Hey guys, it's MindGames. Welcome back to the PBE. Today I'm looking at the new champion Rell. But before we get into the gameplay, guys, I just wanted to explain her kit a little bit in case you guys don't really know what's going on, because I really didn't know what was going on when I was playing the game. Let's first talk about the playstyle of Rell, which is a bot lane tank support. She is basically someone like Set. Someone who does well into other tank supports like Nautilus or Blitzcrank, but even she beats Set herself, so she's basically at the top of the game. Nobody really beats her as a tank support, not even someone like Leona. I think she can even outshine someone like Leona. So although she does have a horse, do not let that fool you. She is a very, very immobile champion. More immobile than some other champions, like I would even say Nautilus or Leona. And a lot of people will try to compensate by building movement speed. In my game, I did take Ghost, which was, I wouldn't say it was a mistake, but it was definitely not the best play. I think you just have to accept her slow movement speed and slow play style rather than try to make up with it using other movement methods like, I don't know, Phase Rush or Predator. I don't think that's really the best play, but it does make it really hard for her to engage. So one movement speed buff would be good, but an overload of it would not be suitable for her kit. Another thing to note is that a lot of her abilities scale off magic damage, so you guys can forget about going full bruiser or taking her to a solo lane like top lane, building Black Cleaver, all that stuff. You can basically forget about that. I guess that's Riot's way of saying please do not play this champion in a solo lane and 1v9 with it. So onto her abilities. Her passive is pretty simple. Every time she autos a champion, she basically steals their armors and magic resist for a given amount of time and adds it to herself, right? And it stacks up with every champion that she autos. So this can add up to a lot of stolen armor and magic resist, and you can already know why she is so good against tanks, because she's taking so much magic resist and armor from them, and it makes them less tanky and it makes herself more tanky. Her Q is like a Pantheon thrust. It looks something like this. It's got really short range, so against any ranged matchup in the bot lane, she's going to have a lot of trouble with. So basically her Q also applies her passive, so anyone that you can't, that is too far, you can get with your Q, and there we go. I got armor from both these guys, and now I'm super tanky. Also, another thing, her Q completely breaks shields, just like Renekton and Power W or Blitzcrank ult. It gets rid of it. And since it's on a really short cooldown, 4.6 second cooldown at rank 5, it can break shields pretty damn often, and I suggest maxing this first because it reduces cooldown so much. Also, if you are bound to someone, which we will get to that later, you heal both you and your ally for a little bit of HP. Onto her W, as you can see, she is riding a horse. She has a mount and an unmounted version. So when she's mounted, she gets passive movement speed, and when she's dismounted, she gets extra resistances, but she becomes really slow, and I mean really slow. So when she is mounted, she can throw out a skill shot that looks like this. She dashes in a place, stuns everyone in the circle, and then goes a little bit further. So it looks something like this. Oh wait, that's my E. Anyways, the skill shot looks like this. You smash everything around you and you go a little bit further. So you basically CC the person in the center and you go a little bit further. And also another thing to know is that once you dismount, you get a shield. This shield is permanent until you remount. So it won't go away after a certain amount of time. And when you're unmounted, your W turns into basically a Hecarim E. You remount, you gain movement speed towards enemies, and you basically, instead of pushing them forward like Hecarim, you hit them and knock them behind you, kind of like the old Volibear Q. So this is what it looks like. You gain movement speed, you hit him, and you put him behind you, which is really, really good for engage. So honestly, my advice for you is instead of engaging with your W in mounted form, I suggest you stay in a bush like this, then engage like this, because it's a lot easier, and then you have your W to follow up in case they get a little bit further. Onto her E, you bind someone, and as you can see, this is what the binding looks like. And basically, if you reactivate your E, everyone in this that is affected with whatever you see right now, the circle for both of you and the space in between, they get stunned like this, or stunned like this, or stunned like this, right? So you can protect your carry while going for aggressive plays yourself. So if I'm playing with someone that is immobile like Ashe and someone wants to get on her Ashe, you can protect her by not even being near her. This stun is a pretty good stun, so she's pretty strong like that. Now onto her ultimate. It is a pretty weak ultimate, honestly. It is very niche ultimate. I would say basically what it does is it pulls everyone towards you, but don't let it fool you, because there's a lot of physics to go that is at works here. It's not like Skarner where they're attached to you and like a pop you ulti away, you drag everyone with you. It's not like that. It's kind of like when their movement speed, if they're walking towards you, they gain extra movement speed, and they're trying to run away, then they get less movement speed. So basically what I thought I would do in game is like run Ghost, Nimbus Cloak, and just drag everyone to my team. But that's not how it works. The faster you go, the less effective this ability is, right? If you're really slow, then the drag is really good, because you are constantly dragging them a little bit, and they can't get out. But if you're moving fast in this direction and they are running in the opposite direction and you are really fast, they can get out really easily. Some people have walked away from my ult because I have too much movement speed. And it's like a Diana ult at first. You bring everyone into you, and then you can see, even I can sometimes, like, I can maybe I'm outrunning them. See, like if I have movement speed, I can outrun them, and they're not even moving. Like if they were moving, they would easily get out, right? But it's better if you ult and you stay by them and prevent them from getting out, rather than walking away and making it easier for them to run out. You want to stay with them and basically slow them forever. So let's look at some of the recommended items for Rell. As far as the mythic items go, Shurelya's Locket and Turbo Chem Tank, it's basically all you really need. Some people would go Sunfire if you want to be a tankier, I guess, but these are basically your support options. Turbo Chem Tank is really good if you are unmounted and you remount and use Turbo. You can basically catch everyone out, and it's even easier than Hecarim. Hecarim, you gotta walk behind them and push them to your team. This, you just have to get onto them, which is really good. But I would recommend you take Locket, because you are giving resistances to your binded ally already. You can give even more resistance, and this will make your ally really, really tanky. This can allow them to build more aggressive items without worrying about getting one shot. And the active is really good too, because she herself is stealing a lot of resistances from people. So instead of hard stacking resistances, you now have resistance and tankiness health on top, which makes you even tankier. And not only is that good for yourself, you have that for your allies as well. You're giving your allies shields and resistances, which makes them really, really tanky. Legendary items is pretty standard. It's basically what you want to build on someone like Set or Nautilus. You have your Knight's Vow and Zeke's Convergence. Those are really good. You got really good armor options. You got things that help yourself and things that help your ally. Basically, Mikhail's Ardent, Staff, these other support items are basically not very good. And basically, you can go any tank item. Dead Man's Plate. Wait, did they not recommend Dead Man's Plate? Yo, they need to recommend Dead Man Play. I think Dead Man's Play is a really good. It helps you engage with your W unmounted into mounted form. So definitely go that. I don't know why they didn't recommend it. As far as the runes go, I took Aftershock. It's basically a no-brainer. If you want to troll and take like, I don't know, Phase Rush or Predator, you can, but Aftershock is your go-to because you have 3 CCs in your kit. You can proc it so easily. Any of the top 3 is basically okay. Demolish if you want to take towers. Font of Life if you want to help your team, or Shield Bash. She has a shield, so it could be helpful. Bone Plating, or anything in the Resolve is good. It just depends on you. All of them are good. You can do anything. It probably wouldn't matter that much. In the game that I did play, I took Nimbus and Celerity because I thought she was going to be fast. Again, don't let that fool you. She has a horse. She's not Hecarim though. She's not Lilia. She's actually really, really slow. But I did take Hex Flash because if you are unmounted in a bush in bot lane and you Hex Flash and remount, you can easily get a pick off that. It can give you a burst of distance or gap closing. It can be really helpful. And Cosmic Insight because I really didn't know what to take next. But that's enough of all the stuff that you really need to know about Rell. Take a look at the gameplay. I had a pretty good game. Thanks, and peace out. Whoa, guys. Just kidding. A bit of self-promotion. If you guys aren't subbed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I make videos like this all the time. It really means a lot to me. It's free. You can undo it at any time. Thanks. And let's get to the gameplay. Okay. So I basically went onto her with my W, and which stunned her, and then I used my E, stun again. So my E automatically casts to the nearest ally when it comes off cooldown. The movement speed is when I mounted, which is a little bit of movement speed that I get, passive movement speed, and when I remount, I also get a bit of movement speed. Okay. I did not do as much damage as I thought, but she got it anyways. Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, I'm with Smurf. I didn't really do anything there. Against an immobile ADC, like... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, here comes Tiana. Hi, Rell. What the fuck? Whoa. That's a lot of CC. I keep forgetting when I'm dismounted. know if Ghost is really the good, like, right play on her. Oh, you see that? He tried to go onto her, but yeah, that's sick. That Kiana tried to go on Samira, but I just stunned her because I had to bind her. Wait, can I not go over wall stack? God. Oh! Oh, holy shit, they were just stuck there. Get his ass. Okay, that's... Oh, stun from here! Yo, this champion's crazy. Oh my god, there's the FF, dude. Holy shit. Damn.